Yeah, woke up, took a tab of this 100% pure Norwegian LSD, like really top of the line shit. I was in bed, and I had this big doona on my bed, big white doona, and it came to life. And I thought that it was trying to swallow me. I'm not even kidding. Like I saw it was moving, and I thought it was crawling up towards me to try and suffocate me.
Hello and welcome back to the Game Chat podcast. Once again, always a pleasure, never a chore to have you on board. In today's episode, we dive into the world of psychedelic drugs and discuss what it's like to take them, the benefits of using them, and all the cautions that come with it. Before we get started, I just want to say that this episode is not here to promote the use of drugs. It's simply an educational piece of content where we met someone in Game Chat who has had countless experiences with psychedelics, so we decided to interview him about those experiences. With that being said, I hope you do enjoy today's episode of the podcast. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow, depending on which platform you are listening or viewing on. And yeah, share this with a friend that you think would be interested. Just quickly, today's gameplay in the podcast is brought to you by @HoodieCam. Make sure you go subscribe to him. And then also, Yabezu. We used his gameplay last episode. We loved it, so we used it again. So make sure you go subscribe to both those channels. And yeah, without further ado, let's let the soundtrack take it away.
Let's do this.
Any funny stories from you boys? How old are you?
I got a funny story. Nah, so the last person I was dating gave me something very special. Do you know what it was? Dirty Sanchez.
What's a dirty Sanchez again?
It's like they give you a blowjob while you're taking a shit.
Are you being legit?
I'm being dead serious, cunt. This girl was full fucked.
Why did you break up with her?
Because she was psychotic, bro, obviously.
How did you finish?
What? Yeah, of course, cunt.
I don't mean finish the
Can't
shit.
finish taking my shit.
No, I don't mean finish taking the shit. I mean finish in the other area.
Oh, yeah.
Nah,
Of course.
if you got blue balls while taking a shit,
Did
that
you
would be
finish
the
on the
funniest story.
toilet?
Yeah, cunt. It felt so nice, bro. And I took it. I shut out the rest of my shit at the end, cunt.
I wouldn't find shitting the same anymore.
Literally, I don't know how he's gonna go do
You
it.
could never get a full loadout.
Yeah. You'd be like, every time you take a shit, you're gonna think of a blowjob now.
What if you're taking a shit and you get hard and then like your dick hits the fucking toilet bowl?
Oh no.
Oh, that's a predicament.
Had you taken a shit in front of her before that?
No.
Oh my
It was midway
gosh.
through my shit. So the
Oh.
turtle head was gone.
Oh, so it would have been, the
The
smell
turtle.
would have been there. Yo, was it like a runny shit or a hard shit? Like, what are we talking?
It was like you threw a grenade in the toilet bowl, you know?
Oh,
Oh no.
nah, that's better than a runny one.
Yeah, that's better than running, for sure.
Yeah, it just went splat, cunt.
So what made you break up with her, my bro?
She was psychotic, man.
Single incident.
What did she do that was psychotic?
I don't know. Fucks drugs.
She
Oh,
was...
shut the fuck up. You do like a fuck ton of drugs, dude.
No, I don't do fucked drugs.
Well, what do you classify
But
as
you do a
fuck
fuck
drugs?
ton.
Like heroin, meth, like
Yo.
PCP, shit like that, you know?
So are you sure you've never tried meth?
Camping.
No, probably.
Have you done psychedelics?
Who knows, cunt? I do caps all the time, so who knows, bro?
Have you done psychedelics?
Yeah, not a fan.
That-
Too weird for me. Like it's just fucks with life too much. Like you know,
What do you mean by that?
like drugs don't act on real life where psychedelics do. Like the psychedelics won't kill you, but what kills you is it'll fuck your brain. It'll scramble it.
Can you talk us through your trip?
I've done it a few times. So what one do you want to know, bro?
Probably the best story one, like the one you remember the most.
The best story. Yeah, woke up, took a tab of this 100% pure Norwegian LSD, like really top of the line shit, like $60 a tab, like fucking, you know, proper shit.
Yeah.
And then it hit like 30 minutes after, and then my friends came and picked me up and took me to the city, and it's like I was peaking when I was at the city.
And what do you see? Like, what do you actually see? For someone that hasn't done it,
Like, just imagine your whole point of vision changes. Like, what you see right now isn't real, I guess. Like, what happens is just all these patterns come up. Like, you're just looking at the wall and all these patterns form, and you see foreign languages on the floor, Aztec sort of things. Like, it's crazy. That's what I saw, mainly Aztec things.
Aztec. What the fuck are
Wow.
Aztecs?
Like Egyptian, ancient
Right, I think
languages
as
and
well.
shit on the wall.
When you're
I
tripping,
sort
could you
of-
actually read it? Or you just...
No, no, no. It's just a language you can't read.
Oh, he's on
It's
the
just
bomb,
characters, you know what I mean? Wait, so you've never done psychedelics before?
Never. Neither is Moist.
Dude, I highly recommend to only do it once just so you can understand, because it just opens your eyes on the world, because what you're seeing right now is not real.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you don't understand me now because you haven't, like, experienced psychedelics before and experienced that way of being, I guess, but it's insane. See, I just don't really fuck with psychedelics anymore because, one, they mumble your brain, so you just don't know like what's real,
What
what's
does
not
that even
real.
mean? Mumble your
Dude,
brain, bro.
Mumble, scramble, same thing, cunt.
You just told me to
fucking
try
word,
it
bro.
once.
Yeah, it'll scramble your brain when you're on it, so you can't process things like you can when you're sober. But I'll tell you, a tab of acid usually lasts around 12 hours, and at this point, I was in bed, and I had this big doona on my bed, big white doona, and it came to life, and I thought that it was trying to swallow me. I'm not even kidding. Like, I saw it was moving, and I thought it was crawling up towards me to try and suffocate me. So I had to take the doona off my bed, and then at that time I was watching on the TV. I was watching Animal Planet by that David Attenborough. That was so nice, but so overwhelming at the same time. Like, I just had like acid sweats and just felt confused, weird. Like, I've done acid actually quite a lot of times. I've probably done it around 11 times, but I microdose it, so I cut it up and I take a quarter of a tab. I'll still trip on a quarter of a tab if it's good acid, but I'll usually do that like if I'm going for a walk with my dog through the forest.
You're like Mr. Burns when he thinks he's getting abducted by aliens. What the fuck?
Have you done DMT?
Oh no, stay away from that shit. That's more. Don't go near that shit. That shit is very, very fucked up.
Why do you say that?
That's like, so basically, in psychedelics, DMT is the most powerful psychedelic on the planet. It's found in nearly everything, and when you die and when you're born, a little bit of it is released in your brain, like a microscopic amount in your brain when you die and when you die and when you're born. So that's when people die, they think they see God. They're just, tripping balls on, natural DMT. It's like right as your brain like just dies. So that's why, dying doesn't hurt. Dying's good. You feel good when you die. Stay away from DMT. It's not something you want to do for fun. It's more spiritual. Finding yourself, finding your purpose.
Well, that sounds good. It's like that is not the purpose of life.
DMT, that's what people do for acid, and that's why I did it, and that's why I messed around with that.
Did you find your purpose?
But I did. But
really?
DMT, yeah, I'll get to that.
All
But
right.
DMT, you can't fuck with DMT. Like, it is just way too more fucked than acid. Whereas acid, you're there, you're still here, you've still got your ego if you haven't taken enough acid. But with DMT, it knocks you out unconscious, you lose all your vision, and everything just turns into colours and waves of colours, and you see people and you meet people. Like, you go unconscious and shut your eyes for about 15 minutes, and then it's finally over. But in those 15 minutes, you could be feeling like you're trapped eternally. Like, that's why it's dangerous. You never know if you're going to have a good or bad trip. Like, it is just too risky. So
Is
easy
it
to get
based on
DMT.
like a bad batch? Like, if you
No,
test it?
no. It's just based on your own brain and your own setting and the people you're around. Like, it's your subconscious deciding if you have a good trip or bad trip.
My
That's why it's
subconscious
too
already.
unpredictable. It's too volatile. That's why it's just, it can really fuck people up and give people just if they have a bad trip on it. So that's why you got to be careful with DMT.
Yeah. Holy shit. And like, so finding your purpose with acid, right? How does that even happen? Like, what do you mean? Like, so you just like have this.
You just sort of
epiphany.
manifest in your head, and you just think about things that you want to think about when you're on acid, and you can sort of process things and sort of change behaviors that you have. Yeah, you can change addiction. So say you're addicted to alcohol and you don't want to be addicted to alcohol. You can use LSD as therapy to, not be addicted to alcohol anymore.
So why don't more people do it then? Why is it considered this bad
Because
thing?
it's too risky, because it can cause psychosis and really fuck someone's brain.
Yo, so you manifest, right? So why can't you just manifest when you're like Sober, not on this shit.
I don't know. So with acid, what it does is you right now have about 10 to 12%. Like you can access 10 to 12% of your brain capacity, whereas acid, it basically builds and creates highway lines to every single point in your brain, so your brain is working at full capacity. Like when people do brain scans on acid compared to not acid, if you search it up right now, one of you to just have a look, you'll just see all the ley lines and all the highway lines between neurons just all connecting from doing acid and not. Like it just makes the brain so damn active.
Oh, fuck, maybe I should be doing it more often then.
It's like,
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, you can get stuck. That's why it's good to like have preventions for those sort of things. So Xanax and diazepam, like benzodiazepines, they cancel out the trip, so you always want to have them on handy.
Yeah, but like that doesn't seem healthy to just fucking take a bunch of Xanax just to get out of a trip. But
nah, you just take one. You take half of one.
Why does that
it just cancels the trip and it puts you to sleep? It's not something you do for fun.
Does it help with depression and anxiety? Because some people take it because of
helps with depression. I don't know about anxiety. Apparently it does if you microdose it. But
so how does it help with depression?
It resets your brain and it helps you process easier and overcome things that are stressing you out, or it just basically it's just like you're getting a nice warm wet rag and you're just wiping it on your face. You're just resetting, and that's what it does. It just resets you. You just go back down to ground zero.
I was at the hospital once, and there was a guy there who was talking to me, and he was stuck in the trip for 6 weeks.
Fuck.
Yeah, it can happen. You can literally your brain can be scrambled, and you can be trapped for about, it can last forever,
So when you're stuck, what do? You can't move?
No. Like, you're stuck in the trip, so you're just tripping constantly forever.
What the fuck?
Like, the drug's supposed to be out of your system by, 12 hours, but, sometimes your brain can just react badly to it, and it'll just fuck you.
Is there like a pattern with mainly the people that get stuck in the trips? Is that just because they didn't dose it right?
Yes, they didn't dose it right, or they have underlying mental health issues.
That is crazy. Because Moise, you've considered doing it, eh? And I think I have as well. But like, I'm scared that I'm in a bad mindset, so why would I go and do that? But if you're saying that helps with that shit.
Yeah, if shit has happened to you that is like upset you lately, or something bad has happened in your life, I tell you do not go near psychedelics.
Yeah, okay.
Whenever I had done acid, I'd taken the best shit, right? The best shit. And the last time I took acid, I turned into like this primal being. Like I saw myself as my ancestors as a monkey. Like it was just wild. Like I was so.
But what does that look like?
Happy.
I find it so hard to believe.
It looks fucking crazy. Like your skin looks different. You start looking older. Like you literally see yourself as like a monkey, like from billions of years ago and shit. And I saw that. I was looking at myself in the mirror, and it was just fucking crazy.
What were you saying about the dude on Joe Rogan, Cameron, the one who took DMT?
And he was talking about when he took it, he got put into like a theater where Hitler was giving one of his Third Reich speeches, like before the war.
One on B.
When he took DMT.
Yeah, and he was like above Hitler.
That's cool.
As they were doing one of the speeches, and he said like because of the way it like affects your emotions and everything, he was just feeling so sick because obviously he knows what happens, and he just felt so sick, and he could feel the energy from like the people doing like the Hitler salutes back and everything.
Yeah,
was just,
you
like,
can feel the energy of people dying and everything. It's crazy how this works.
Like it was in black and white and everything.
Yo, that is next level.
Acid is crazy, man. Crazy shit can happen.
It just baffles me, eh? That whole shit baffles me, because, like, I do believe it.
It's just another world, man. It's like, yeah, what you're seeing right now, it's just not it. There's so much more that you just don't understand yet. But I would say, if you're gonna do it with a mate that you trust, and like, you're at home and you're in a comfortable environment. You're comfortable. You're with a mate. Nothing's bothering you in life. You're just just chill.
When is that ever the case though? When are you never bothered by anything in life? Like, isn't there always something?
there is, I guess. Just not when your girlfriend breaks up with you or some shit like that. You know, serious shit. Serious shit. The drug propaganda, it's all fake drugs. Like, if you've never done drugs before, they are not what you think. You think drugs are crazy and out of control and really fuck you up, where they are totally 10% of that. Drugs are not fucked up. It's only you see the fucked up shit from meth, heroin, all that weird shit. Stay away from that. But if you're ever in life going to try any party drugs or drugs that, you know, most people do use, they're not as fucked up as you think.
I think sometimes I feel like sometimes it's just okay to feel shit. Like, at the end of the day, you're just gonna feel shit some days. You can't always escape it, and you have to learn how to just feel. Because at the end of the day, it's an emotion, just like happiness is an emotion. But yeah, that'd probably be my advice. Hey, I don't take my own advice as well, so it sucks to feel shit. But I would not recommend turn into a drug. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Game Chat podcast. You know the drill, always a pleasure, never a chore. If you did enjoy and you think your friends will enjoy, then share it to them. That's the best way we can grow this podcast. Also, as I said at the beginning, this is not here to promote drug use or psychedelics. We were literally just discussing someone's experience on those type of drugs, because I honestly find it super interesting, and I hope you did too. But yeah, as I said at the end, I do not promote the use of drugs. But yeah, until next episode, I hope you have a great day. I hope whatever you're looking forward to goes swell. And I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. You're awesome. You're going to do awesome things. Peace.